I really wish protection could pull its weight. My allies are chump blocking like it's a cheap date. Green cards are gross even when you look close, just run leadership to win the most.
Allies are chumps, you said it yourself. Put those cards in a binder, back on your shelf. Rhino comes swinging, overkill from charge? My oh my, that attack is quite large. So leadership allies don't seem that good. You need to toughen up if only you could.
Bro, I got tricks ready for actions in my hand. Give an ally a tough and they can block just like planned. You've got some cheap tricks to help you defend, but that doesn't help you attack in the end.
Ant-Man pack dropping, check out this event. You'll be jealous of my aspect or you can get bent. This new spoiler, I think that you want it. I'll put tough on my allies, you can just quit. Place up to 3 tough counters in expert mode. Rhino's assault is sure to be slowed. Protection's got a new spicy tool to make leadership players feel like the fool. FFG graciously gave us an Ant-Man protection spoiler, and we found out on the day everyone started receiving their shipping notices. So I want to give a big shout out to the FFG team for letting us share this spoiler with the community.
All right, so we have our new spoiler for the Ant-Man Hero Pack. It is a 3-cost protection event, Muster Courage. The text is play only if your identity has the Avenger trait. Hero action. Give up to X friendly characters a tough status card to a maximum of 3 characters, where X is equal to the villain's stage number, and it provides a physical resource. So let's go around the table and see what everybody thinks. So we recorded all these separately. There might be some repeated things. Really cool event. Seems like a ready for action for protection, right? But it costs 3. So if you're playing standard mode, this is definitely not a standard mode card. You don't want to play this against Rhino 1. Pay 3 for 1 tough card is just as bad as Invulnerable. But when you get to Expert Rhino and it's pay 3 for 3 tough cards, I mean, it's no Rings of Ragador, but it's getting close. I really like that. It does make me sad. This card will never work on Wrecking Crew because there are no stage numbers. There's just A side and B side. My house rules would be A side is a 1, B side is a 2, but I know we've seen on other where X is the villain stage number rulings that it does not work with Wrecking Crew. So kind of a bummer, but still a pretty cool card. I'm excited to try it out. I think Tough is super, super strong. And until we see more Piercing, it's going to continue to be that way. A huge shout out to Addercop as well, who helped us locate this comic art reference. So this is from Avengers 689. This is Nadia Van Dyne, so it's the character that's going to be featured in the next Hero Pack. All right, let's see what Amerikano, our protection expert, has to say.
I'm super happy that we finally got a protection spoiler. Only to be disappointed in the card. I don't love it. Don't love it. It is fine as far as power goes. I mostly play a lot of standard, so it's not going to do a whole lot of good. But an expert, I think it's pretty good, and I think an expert for protection player. I'm mostly excited about like what we can see from future aspect cards, because I believe this is the first aspect card that interacts with the villain's stage, at least in protection. But I'm pretty sure that's the case. I think it's true across aspect cards, period. So I'm actually more excited about what this card brings to the table, or like what it foreshadows for future aspect cards, than the card itself.
Next, here's some thoughts from Crimson.
I like this card. I think it's a pretty good card. The 3 cost is a little expensive if you're playing this in non-expert mode, but still not too bad. So at best, it's going to be 3 cost for 2 tough status. That can be okay. I think if you're playing expert, this card is going to see a lot of expert play with the 3 cost and being able to get 3 tough status tokens, especially expert multiplayer. I'm expecting this card to be very clutch in that kind of environment. I think some of the worries with this card is obviously you require an Avengers trait, which not every hero has, and you also will need to, for solo play, it's not going to be as good as multiplayer play. I mean, it'll be okay, but definitely will shine in multiplayer, and definitely will shine more in expert than standard. But if you are playing maybe a heroic version, this might be one of those clutch cards that you add in to help with a heroic challenge.
And that's everything. Thanks again to FFG and to all our listeners and viewers. Really excited to try these new cards when the Ant-Man pack comes out in just a couple weeks.